So, I think we can start. Good morning everybody. Thanks for being here. Can you hear me? Yes, of course. We are a little bit fully packed, but I think it's fine to have all of you guys here today. Let me start with a short video.
I think big data is actually changing the world.
Hi, I'm Matam. I'm 30 years old.
I'm Pierre.
I'm Brian Yotti. I'm 27.
My name is Carlo.
I'm Gordon. I'm 30 years old.
I'm Vahan Nanumyan.
My name is Lorenzo. I'm 29 years old.
I'm Vito.
I'm Carlo. I'm 28.
I'm Luca.
I'm Claudio.
Nowadays, big data mining is very important for not just big companies like Yahoo, but also academic institutes and universities.
Why Big Dive?
Because I wanted to deepen my knowledge on data. Because I lack technical skills and I would like to improve them.
Big Dive program gives a good overview of all the skills and tools which are relevant nowadays for dealing with data. I hope to get the start of a career using modern technologies.
I'm sure that the content of the Big Dive will be certainly very useful for my new job.
Today it is truly important to develop a good information representation systems.
Why Big Dive?
Because it is a very good opportunity to learn lots of different topics in a single course.
Because I think to be most theoretical guy, so I need more practical skill. And
the algorithms and the methodologies that are presented here could be important for the further development of my thesis.
I want to know new topics and new technical solutions to manage big data.
That's why I'm here, in order to get what I learned here and then just use it and inject it in the genomic engineering field.
Because I felt like Big Dive was really the only course in Europe that was offering an intense course on big data.
For those of you that do not know who I am, my name is Christian, I work for Topics, and this event is the closing of the third edition of Big Dive. I see some new faces here, so probably the best starting point is this one, this definition of our course. So a 5-week intensive course where the primary goal is to train data scientists. Probably the good question is for you guys that attended the course. So do you agree with this definition of Big Dive at the end? From my point of view, definitely they are 5 intensive weeks. And I really hope that this is the starting point for your path towards being a data scientist. So thanks for attending this course. Big Dive is a project by Topics, in collaboration with Accent, with ISI Foundation, and with Todo. Of course, the first thanks of today is for you guys, the teachers of this course. I think if the level of Big Dive is so high, is definitely thanks to you and to your teaching contribution, to teaching level. Moreover, I think it's a good story because at the end, this is the 3rd year, so from 2012, we collaborated on this project. Even if this is not our primary task, our primary goal, we are, during the rest of the year, committed on different projects and different works. But definitely, it's an honor to work with you guys from ISI, EASY, and Todo. Of course, thanks to our stakeholders, all of them. First of all, C-Web, that is our main sponsor today, and during the course, Startup Network, a young startup that trusted during this initiative. Our technical sponsor, Amazon, Chelly, Centonexa, Dandelion, they supported us with the credit clouds, with teaching contribution, with the networking and whatever. Thanks, of course, to the Politecnico di Torino for the patronage. I think it's a great link between a private course like Big Dive and university. It's very important. And thanks to our media partners, ICOM and Twago, that helped in spreading this kind of course over the world. These are the key values that we state at the beginning of the course, and let me see if we achieved these kind of goals. We said that Big Dive is a multidisciplinary course, and definitely it is. So we teach visualization, coding, legal and data protection, and of course data science. We said that Big Dive is international, and definitely all the lessons were in English, and we had 15 students from 6 different countries, so definitely international. Big Dive is borderless, and in fact we had people from different backgrounds, very different backgrounds. University, research, enterprise, freelance or small web agency, and some public institutions. And definitely I think this is a great value, because the mixing of these stories generate a kind of well group and some good stories to tell. We said that Big Dive is hands-on and bits-on, and our students tested on ourselves that we teach definitely theory, but most practice. Using cloud, using GitHub, using Python notebook, whatever. But definitely putting in practice as soon as possible what they learn. So this is an experiment in order to show you the ecosystem of Big Dive. So as you can see, the main players, the organizers of the course. These are the students from different countries. Again, 6 different countries. These are the teaching contributions, so the guests, and we will see them later who they are. This is the network of stakeholders, and this is the complete network. So definitely a mess, but I mean, it shows the complexity of this course. I mean, in terms of organization and in terms of network. This was the program of this 3rd edition of Big Dive. So the first week, totally committed with a visualization intensive workshop. The second week, data analysis and particularly statistics. 3rd week, machine learning. 4th week, network science. And this is the end of the 5th week, where the guys worked on their final project about big data. So, sorry, it's a little bit darker, but this is the starting line 5 weeks ago, so June 9, and these are the divers probably less tired than today. Then we had a lot of guests, as I said before. In each of the main disciplines, we involved, I think, great experts in these different kind of backgrounds. And we had, for the visualization part, Massimo Botta, SUPSI, Paolo Ciuccarelli from Politecnico di Milano, and particularly density design. And this is basically the end of the first week. So students started from the very beginning to work on their project. This is the end of the workshop, the visualization workshop, and these are the first works by Diver. In the statistic and data analysis part, we had Bruno Gonçalves and a great lecture by Luca Aiello, Yahoo Labs from Barcelona. As far as privacy and protection is concerned, we had the great contribution by Centonexa, Politecnico di Torino, and particularly Federico Morando, Alessandro Manteleo, and Raimondo Iemma. We had this part in this edition of Big Dive because we definitely think that it's very important to address this theme. I mean, data protection, legal part, privacy, about big data. In the machine learning part, we had Alina Sibu, an ex-researcher in ISI Foundation, and now she works in the University of Bologna, and Federico Maggio, University of Naples. We had also some external contribution thanks to our technical sponsors. So, I mean, a great lecture by Diego Camada about RDF format and SPARQL query, and another great lecture by Vittorio Di Tommaso about natural language processing. Letizia Gawin, that is here today, about the network science part in the course. And finally, we had in the last week another data science lecture with a great contribution by Joachim de Boel. A great link between the networks, the data science job and profession, particularly among between the university and enterprise. Well, definitely, this big dive course was possible thanks to great data set provided by our data providers, and these are part of them. We have some of them here today. So Regesta, Cerved, Startup Network, CSI provided some good connection. OpenPol is also another great data set, particularly iCoulant. We have 2 projects today about this kind of data set. And definitely a great value was their explanation about the data set. Because of course, it's very difficult to address a kind of big data project in 1 week without a good explanation of data. So their contribution during the lecture was inspiring, definitely. So thanks a lot. So some consideration about this 3rd edition of Big Dive. So some positive remark. First one, we survived this time too, and this is definitely a great news. Personally, I had a lot of doubts about this change of location. So as you saw in this edition of Big Dive, we moved in the Topics headquarters, but I think it was a great decision, because also the connection with the other people from Topics, I think, was a value. Definitely, I think that there is a growing level in the applicants. Probably because we were more able to explain our value proposition, of course. And speaking with you guys, it seems that Big Dive is becoming a brand over the world. So definitely, it's a positive news. So, something to improve probably in the next editions. We need to manage ourselves to have a kind of opening hours 24 hours, because the most frequent question was at what time top is closed. So, but this is a mirror of how much the students worked on their jobs and their projects. Probably we had to improve this kind of scholarship model in order to create a better commitment between data providers or companies or stakeholders, students, and at the end the data set and the big data project at the end of the course. And this is a task for tomorrow or maybe for Monday. So to improve the community among you guys in order to increase this kind of connection and create a real value after this kind of experience. Also with the participants by other Big Dive editions. So, something to remember, something to put in my personal diary. Definitely a lot of education, but also some fun. This was the second match, the last one, no. About Italy versus Costa Rica or something like this, but definitely this is just an excuse to say that it was a pleasure to share with you these 5 weeks. And sorry, Andrea, for this one. I said sorry before, so. Okay. This is not easy to see, but there is an error screenshot in the background. So definitely we try to manage a kind of MongoDB cluster to manage a Twitter dataset about the FIFA World Championship, but we had some problem with the machine. So probably for the future edition we need to test more and before this kind of stuffs. And yesterday night, for those one that attended, we had this let me say experiment. These data beers, but usually we had this last night beer with the divers. We added also a kind of presentation and a kind of preview of your presentation today, yesterday night. It was a mess at the end because probably too many beers, too many crowded the place, but it was an experiment and we are proud of it. We want to have more of this time also with other people in order to share this data culture and to show the importance of these topics. And definitely, if you are curious about the diver's best friend, this one, the coffee. And we have some proof of this here, 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 and here, too many. But again, basically it was for the incredible work that they did in these 5 weeks. Definitely now it's time to see their projects. I see some of, yes, probably they are all here today, apart from some people that can't attend the last day. This is the agenda, so basically we will have this kind of order in the presentation. And as you can see, we had this, apart from this team, we had this data set that were used for the final project. So 2 groups used the data set by iCoulant, that is a startup. We have some guys here from iCoulant. We have another group that used the open dataset by dati.camera.it. We had a group that used the dataset provided by Cerved, so about companies, about startups. And finally, we had a group that used a dataset by Getitalia. Getitalia is another company here in Turin, and basically the dataset was about monitoring of trucks in mobility. Well, so I finished my part. Definitely thanks to you. Thanks for being here, but thanks to all the people that worked in Big Dive. And I want to ask the first group, that is you guys. We will have a quick second to change the PC.